Once again, we can do this ourselves to benefit ourselves. Because all you're really talking about is uh, working the numbers. In any deal, it's all about the numbers. The numbers. Mathematics, baby. Mathematics is God. You have to work with the numbers. You have to play with the numbers or prove by way of the numbers. And when I say play with the numbers, I don't mean any backdealing, any unhonest things. I mean playing with them to prove something. Playing with them till you are able to prove your side with the numbers. Playing with them till you get to the point to be able to prove something. To prove your value of worth. Your batting average, slugging average, strikeouts, whatever. Shooting percentage, whatever. Points, assists, scores, whatever. And as you compare with the league, your age, all that. This is all in numbers. And so you have to use the numbers to your benefit. You find the truth within the numbers and use it to benefit. Because numbers don't lie. Numbers can't lie. The people who use them can lie. They can use them, manipulate them, but the numbers themselves are still lying. Just somebody has used them. So only thing that can be debated about numbers is the appropriateness and manner of the way in which they are used. That's it. So if somebody uses them inappropriately or in a bad way, that's the only thing that can be debated. You can't debate anything else. If it says, 2 plus 2 equals 4, you know that's not a debate, right? It's no debate. It's no debate. None. Now if somebody says 2 cats plus 2 dogs equals 4 cows, well, somebody has used those incorrectly, right? Inappropriately. Hope you get what I'm saying. Real quick on rappers. It's Making It Rain. Right here. I want you to realize, I was watching the video, and I thought about this action. I thought about the Making It Rain. And I thought about, in essence, what are you doing? You waving our money goodbye, aren't you? You're doing a money wave. You're saying goodbye. You're throwing the money out. You are tossing the money. You're just throwing it away. You throw trash and waste away. But you don't really see money as valueless, right? As trash, do you? No. You hold it as a good thing that you can do this, that you can toss it. Because you're showing, I have so much. Pow, pow. I can toss it. But you don't really have that much. Not meaning something else. My hustlers out there. My niggas out there saying you getting money. You ain't getting money. You ain't getting real money. You ain't getting real money. I'm not saying you might have a little wad in your pocket. But you ain't getting real money. You ain't getting wealth. You're not even getting rich. Not most of you. Not most of you. And the ones with money, you're playing a real dangerous game to get that money, that short-term money that's not going to bring you wealth, that you can't really do anything with to invest. Because you always got to finagle things and be one step ahead of the law and find things. Find ways to work your money. But you don't got nothing. You don't got shit. I don't care who you are. That real money, once again, you don't want money. You want what it is you can get with that money. You want the car, right? You want the jewelry. You don't even got a house, really. Most of y'all ain't got houses, so you ain't buying a house, which again that's an investment. That's what you do to help establish your wealth. You have to invest. But it's hard for you to do that. You can't do that. You gotta show where that money's coming from. You make that deposit in that bank and they let the IRS know where you get that money from. You're using that mattress savings account. That ain't it. That ain't the move. You ain't getting nothing. Oh, you don't care who you are. You ain't getting nothing. You know how you could get something? The Black Nation. Once again, coming together and being provided by way of the nation, the government, everything that you need and you want, you think you want. All you really want, what is it you really want? Stop and think about what it is you really want. It's not necessarily that you want the car, but you want it, and more so because, well, shit, damn, that nigga over there got it. I want one. But what car do you really need or want? You want a car, and you want to look good because you want to floss. You want to get your swag on, right? But that can be provided to you. Anything you need, you want that jewelry, you want those diamonds, that can be provided to you. The government can provide it to you. And I believe that you will, a lot of times, lose interest in a lot of things that you think you want. And a lot of times it comes out of a lack of not having, is your desire for wanting. It drives your desire and need. And that happens for many people. The lack of not having drives our needs, our desires, thinking that we need something. But you want real money, you want real wealth. The Black Nation can get that to you. Have more money than anybody. Be freer than anyone. Be able to live. Freely more than anyone. All right. Excuse me as I bite my lip. A quick message to Daz Dillinger out there. I saw a video of yours last night. What was it called? You're talking about smoking weed. It's like levels or something like that. Something to that effect. I believe it's new. Throughout it, he's smoking weed the entire time. Talking about smoking weed. You bullshitting. And actually, for this generation, I don't know. When I watch you smoke weed, you wasting. This is what you're doing. Like a cigarette. You take that hit. I said originally I was gonna do this. I was gonna be hitting it, but it's daytime, so I'm not smoking right now. I'll wait till evening time. You gotta take it in, take it to the head, hold it, and hold it. You gotta deep lung it and hold it. And when you release it, you gotta bullet. Don't blow it. You gotta bullet out your nostrils. And if you don't want to take it in and deep lung it and hold it in, at least has to complete that 360. Take it in, blow it out through the nose. So it circulates through. Don't bullshit. That bullshit. Weed smokers get it right. All right. And I commented on the person give me 1-star ranking on my videos. And something came to mind. For everyone out there who rates on videos, do you truly value your opinion on YouTube videos? I mean, do you think your opinion is all that important? I mean, do you hold yourself up to that high level? Do you think, oh, I have to give my opinion? I have to say something. I don't like this. I'm gonna let it be known. Do you really think your opinion, for all intents and purposes, we know that there's some value to the ranking system because it can help move videos up and down, whatnot. But I want to just talk about you, just the very act. Do you really think that you're important, that you should have to judge somebody? You know, that as you think about these videos, you say, it's poor, it's okay, it's good, it's outstanding. You really go through that. You really go through that thought process. Your subjective opinion doing that. You think you're really that important. You think you're that important to give your view. I wonder. Once again, that makes me wonder about you. See, for me, it's either I give 5 stars or I don't give anything. So why does it matter that I think something is poor? That's just my opinion. It's my opinion I think something is good, but a lot of times I don't give a 5 star. Sometimes, a lot of times, sometimes, I don't know, it's up there. I'll give a 5 stars on a video, not necessarily because I liked it, but just because to show support, because I can appreciate the value of the effort that the person put in making the video. That, I believe they're trying to be honest in what they did, that they were trying to do their best, that they were trying to do something to express themselves. So not necessarily I like it, just that, okay, let me give you this just for you being you and the effort you put forth. Simple as that. And then sometimes I'll do that for my subscribers when I run across a video that they made, just as support. Just as support. Just keep doing what you do. Just be you, do what you do. If I don't like it, then I won't give anything. I won't give anything because I'm not trying to knock anybody down. Oh, you suck. Let me give you 1 star. I don't hold my opinion to that higher of importance or value. That I think I need to be the voice of reason and judgment. Oh, boo. Next. Bring me another one. Get over yourselves. All right. What else we got here? All right, my sisters out there. My beautiful black sisters. I guess I'm gonna put a link to the video over here, to this video I saw. There's a fight between these 2 black chicks, and supposedly they're friends, and supposedly it's competition on who licks the best or whatnot. And he's at one girl's party. They get in a fight. The girl's whose birthday was, she has a wig on and it gets pulled off, and it's funny because of the voiceover that's taking place. The guy that's announcing it, you know how they do, like, do shows and talking, and so it's funny in aspect, but at the same time it's sad because it's embarrassing. It's a feel for it because it's so embarrassing. It's embarrassing as a whole party. It's embarrassing because now it's been broadcast the world around, and it's sad that the fact that she had bald patches in her hair. It was like she had male pattern baldness right here. I mean, all up here. I mean, all this. It's like bald. And she had some back here. And she had even there's like a little island of patch of hair right here. And there was even some baldness right here. And so what that brings us to is the issue within our black community of our black females' hair. You can find plenty of debates here on YouTube of being natural and using weave. But the only thing I question about my sisters wearing weave is that a lot of times it's a necessity. Weave a wig for like for her, she didn't have any hair. She didn't have no any hair. She was bald. How is she bald? She wasn't an old woman. Why was it that this girl was bald? Why there are so many girls their hair is just ridiculous? It's it's falling out. It's all this. What's really going on? What is the true issue? Then we have to get into black girls not even want to wear afros and whatnot. Then the hair conditioner. I mean, I wonder if there's something if there's something that needs to be dealt with, that can be dealt with, that resolves the issue of I want to call it problems with our black women's hair. If it's just deciding to use these products that's just burning everything out, or what is the problem? I think it might be something there. It might be conspiracy theory. It might be the devil, white devil, and they put these chemicals making the hair fall out. So we bald, but something has to be done about that. Something that I meant to mention the other night when I was talking about black sovereignty and getting our own nation, and I started to speak on dealing with a real controversial issue in doing that, and how I would have things set up if we were to get a state. Something I forgot to mention. When you look within the world and you look about how this world runs, I guess you say that the real world and the spiritual or religious world, the theological aspect of the world. When you look at all people who believe in conspiracy theories, that believe in the devil, that believe in the Antichrist, and how the good and evil are sort of working against each other. It's like the Antichrist and Christ are working against each other to prevent each other. And meaning that it is believed that the Antichrist, when he, she, or whatever comes, that they're going to be bringing this system government, talking about peace, talking about one world, talking about love, and yet I would think ideally that is what Christ will be talking about peace, talking about love, talking about one world. So how could those who believe in Antichrist, how could they ever believe in Christ himself who's come, or anyone who was trying to do right, anyone who was bringing a system that was truly a just system, which might entail those things which they are afraid of, which they believe is going to be of the devil. And yet they're believing in this current system, which is full of lies and deceit and apathy and quasi-love. They believe this, and they believe it at least in a sense of not doing anything to abolish it. So it's like, sort of like they're going to be schizophrenic. They're not going to be able to trust anyone. All right, so how that relates to me is, I believe in cameras everywhere. All areas, public and private, being videotaped. And I also believe in RFID chips. That goes to knowing where everyone is for the purpose of safety. Now, having the cameras alone, would that be good enough? Once again, so I'll go back to scenario. A crime is committed in the house. We had this person, this suspect who leaves the house. All right, a crime is committed. We find out the crime. We go to videotapes of the house because everything's been videotaped. Run back tapes. We see the suspect. We see the crime. The suspect leaves the house. All right. Once he leaves the house, we go to the public cameras. We watch them. Public. Everywhere in public. So you watch where he go. You watch him go. Goes into another house. Boom. Get the tapes for that house. Go to the house. Now let's say this person the whole time has a mask on. All right. Has a mask on. Can't be seen. And so there may be some issue. Maybe something grainy in the picture. Well, what's another way to prove that was them? They're chipped. Not only do we have you on camera at this location, we actually have, by way of the RFID chip, by way of the GPS system, by way of knowing that it says your location was at the house. So it's actually like a backup system. Okay, something happened to the camera that day or something, or whatever. Something happened that's fuzzy. It's not a backup system. For me, as long as the government is not corrupt, there should be no fear of the government using things in an unjust way, using things to the detriment of its citizens. But we have to worry now because we allow our government officials, our leaders, our so-called leaders, to do things that are unjust. And as long as we allow that, then we have to worry. But if we change the system, hold the system accountable, that it is looking out for our own benefit, then we don't have to worry about that because we know that the system is there for us. Like you know that your parent is there for you. Well, those whose parent is there for them, and first you have those who have parents who aren't there for them. So you can't trust them, right? But the ones who are, you trust them, know that they're trying to do good for you, right? Well, good. And I think I'm supposed to speak on that, something else about that, about parenting and good and doing what's good for children and whatnot. So the RFID chips. So it's just, at least right now in the evolution of human beings and our state of minds and, you know, our wannabe evil wicked ways, and we still want to commit crimes, I think it would be necessary and beneficial. And so I'm saying, what I'm bringing to you, I believe, is a just system. I believe it's a righteous system for the entire world, but especially for my black nation, my black sovereign nation. It's a system to bring us total and complete freedom, to bring us truth, to bring us happiness. Yet, Christians will say, uh-oh, see, there he is. It's coming true. If I was to get some backing right now, if I was to become nationally known, I would be perceived as the Antichrist, no doubt. No doubt. And the evangelicals would just fall down knees and it just show as proof that the world coming to the end. And, you know, it also brings to mind that the things in the Bible might just eventually be a self-fulfilling prophecy. If I was to be held up, was to be followed, was to be able to govern a nation, it would start a war, wouldn't it? It would. I bet it would. Because they would think it's time. It's time for the people of God people of Jesus to fight against Satan. And so, I would have to worry about that within, once again, my own nation. So I wonder how many black people would hold themselves back from going along with my plan for that specific point, because they're schizophrenic. Have to wonder. Speaking of religion, and let's see if I'm able to fully express this, my original thinkings. I forget what it was a video. What was it? It was a video, but I can't remember what the video tell. But what ended up happening is, I know what it was. It's a video, on World Star Hip Hop, where there's these two white girls talking to this Indian as in from India, Hindu girl, and they was trying to convince her that she's going to hell and she needs to come worship Jesus and whatnot. And somebody bring up Santa Claus. Somehow I got to Santa Claus, and I started thinking about, and for some people, okay, we have Santa Claus. Let's equate Santa Claus to God, all right? Here in America, I'm not sure where else, we have Christmas. And we have the idea and concept of Santa Claus. As a child, we believe in Santa Claus. We believe in this mystical figure who's going to bring us good tidings and good cheer and gifts. Who is watching us day and night, knows when we're being good or bad or not, right? We know about this figure. And yet when we come to be adults, we know that this Santa Claus doesn't really exist. Or, more importantly, we come to realize that we are Santa Claus. Our parents, Santa Claus, we got the money. Or we have kids, we become Santa Claus. And then in other countries, there are people who have no idea of Christmas, or this saint. And they don't know about Santa Claus, and thus they have no belief in Santa Claus. And so, what is the difference? We lose our belief in the Santa Claus. They don't have a belief in the Santa Claus. And so I think there is something there in that. In the same way as a person somewhere doesn't believe in a certain God, maybe Jesus. At the same time, they don't know about this specific God. And if they don't know about him, then what is the true value of him? Or how can he be held accountable? Now, of course, Christianity has spread away, it's just about everywhere around the world nowadays, except for some areas. There's some areas that, I hope there's some areas in the world that still have not been explored by mankind. There are some groups of people who still live deep in the bush, who have never come into contact with the modern world. You know that, right? Hope you know that. So if they don't know about Jesus, they can't have a belief in Jesus, they're going to die with no Jesus, how can they go to hell? Which I won't go on to that theory about, because I know somebody, I think I thought a discussion with Christian about that before. I forget what they said, but whatever. But I don't know, I was just thinking about that relationship of not even knowing a God, of people growing up believing in God, they're not believing, and then another group of people not even knowing a God, and thus also not believing in a God. and how that works. Okay, speaking of God, 54, so I guess I'll end it with this one. Omarosa from The Apprentice. And I was thinking Apprentice, but I was thinking of something else go with that from The Apprentice. You might know her, you might not. Black chick. She's one of those reality TV stars, if you will. Well, no. But she had just recently enrolled in United Theological Seminary, which actually is located in my hometown of Dayton, Ohio. So that's in the news. That's in the news there, and probably in the news on some entertainment websites. So she enrolled there. She just wanted to study God and study really specifically Christianity. And so what I want to talk about is that so I looked into it. I've known about, but growing up there, I never knew really what it was, because it was a campus, right? It's campus, these tall buildings. Never really knew what it was, but now as an adult knew it was seminary. It's a seminary, so she's enrolled there now. And so I went to check out the website for the place, and I had the website up. It was interesting when I read the website, because it talks about, because in the title it's United Theological Seminary. So to me, it says that it should deal with the learning of theology as a broad term, right? The general term, theology. But in actuality, it's all about learning about Christianity, to learn how to serve Jesus. And so it's sort of a disappointment, and in a way I thought it was sort of, I don't know if deceitful or whatever, but it's a theological seminary, but you're not dealing with theology. You're dealing with a specific religion. You're dealing with religion. You're dealing with Christianity, not theology. Theology is a broad term, and you have everything within theology. Just talking about one thing, so it bothered me. So disappointing. Well, I guess because I will to start a school, and theology would be a focus. So, philosophy, theology, and science, the core subjects to better understand ourselves in this world. And I guess I'll leave it at that, so I can cross off those things I discussed. See, I'm just going through a list. Is that about my thoughts? Actually, I didn't get that. What was I thinking about that? Oh, how the body works. So, we'll leave it at that. All right, till next time. God bless, peace, and love.